Other interesting political news, you have Trump versus Biden swing state poll update. Now, this comes to us thanks to a gentleman by the name of Simon Atba over at X Twitter. And he says, quote, panic in DC as CNN has to finally inform its viewers that things are going badly and Trump holds a massive lead over Biden in battleground states. It's a fresh New York Times poll including Nevada plus 13, Georgia plus 9, Arizona plus 6, Pennsylvania plus 3, and Wisconsin plus 1. It looks like about 2 minutes, not too long, about 2 minutes. At least the producer that said, yeah, none did have, he has a little bit of faster sounds. He did, as all men should, suit up, obviously. So go ahead and play this really quick here and kind of gives you more of a breakdown.
Look, these Sunbelt battleground states, frankly, for the Joe Biden campaign, these numbers are an absolute disaster. The smallest lead is in Arizona for Donald Trump. He's up 6. Look at this, 9 in Georgia, 13 in Nevada. My goodness gracious, my God. That is a huge lead. No Democrat has lost that state since John Kerry lost it back in 2004. How about these Great Lake battleground states? This is something that the Joe Biden campaign can work with. Look, Pennsylvania, Donald Trump up 3, but that's well within the margin of error. Wisconsin, Donald Trump up 1, well within the margin of error. And actually, a Joe Biden lead well within the margin of error, up a point here.
Which, when he says up a point here, specifically pointing to Michigan, which makes sense. Michigan is the home of the big three, also known as, General Motors, as well as Chrysler, as well as Ford, which has the United Auto Workers, the good old union for the auto industry there, which, if you look at statistically where unions donate, it's over 99% to Democratic politicians, because as one man might say, one hand washes the other. They also get these nice lucrative contracts and big increases. So it's not too surprising. And again, that's why I think Michigan it's not out of the realm of possibility that they'll just go blue. I mean, statistically speaking, throughout the years, it's what they tend to do. We'll go back to this gentleman really quick.
This state can work with the Joe Biden campaign. The Donald Trump campaign absolutely loves, and it looks like a lot of the other polling on the Sunbelt battlegrounds.
When you're looking into the numbers, why do you think Biden is doing better in the Great Lakes and Trump is doing so much better in the Sunbelt?
What do those 3 states have? Again, those the states that they're referencing that they're close, and in one case Biden is winning: Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan. A lot of unions over there. Again, Biden has been a quote-unquote union man for decades, and he's done political rallies and activities for them for pretty much since the dawn of time. And Sean Fain, who's a president over at the United Auto Workers of the Union, who's connected to a Marxist as his right-hand man and is endorsed by Bernie Sanders, which kind of tells you everything you need to know about unions. But they did multiple rallies and campaigns together to turn up support.
Yeah, the Trump coalition is changing. That's basically what's cooking here. This is at least one of the big reasons why. So this is among likely voters in all these battleground states we just spoke about. Back in 2020, 84% of the Trump campaigns, the Trump coalition was white. Look where it is now. It's 78%. The non-white portion of the Trump coalition, it was 13% in 2020. Look at this now. It's 19%. So the Trump coalition...
That's kind of funny, because we're always told Trump is racist, he's evil. And yet, he's getting more and more minority support.
...is becoming more diverse. And of course, those Sunbelt battleground states are more diverse than the Great Lake battleground states.
You're looking at the Nevadas and the Arizonas here.
Of course, if you look at Nevada, Arizona, heavy Hispanic population, Georgia, heavily African-American population, Michigan does have some black voters in it, but Pennsylvania and Wisconsin are heavily, heavily white.
That's very interesting. Okay, add it all up. What does this say about where the race stands right now? We're talking Electoral College and the race to 270.
Yeah, the race to 270. It's advantage Donald Trump, but he's not over the 270 mark just yet, all right? So if we flip Nevada, Arizona, and Georgia here in your lighter shades of pink, you add them to the states, and of course the 2nd Congressional District up in Maine, which Donald Trump won last time around, that gets him to 268 electoral votes. If we keep Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania in the too close to call category, along with Nebraska's 2nd Congressional District, Joe Biden at 225. So it's advantage Donald Trump, but Joe Biden does at this point have a path to 270.
Yeah, and right now, as you're pointing out, neither.
Yeah.
Neither there.
Neither there.
And we have a
They're getting nervous at CNN.
long road to it
Yes,
still.
we do.
They're getting pretty nervous. Again,
Look, these
I don't know if it's a Twitter, I don't know if it's a feature or a bug, as the joke in IT is. But again, the video always seems to replay as soon as you're done watching it. But yeah, there's a lot of times, a lot of things that could happen, and it's never over till it's over. There's a lot of variables we can't control when it comes to elections. So it'll be interesting to see if things actually pan out how they're predicting. But again, it's starting to look better and better for Trump. Again, Biden has there's a couple states where I mean, just have locked in by default. I mean, there's a lot of places like Texas and California, which for decades have been voting the same way. Those are kind of locked in, though. As again, from a political perspective, you should never take them for granted, and still campaign and put some effort into those areas. Because again, long term, maybe they'll change. Never know. But yeah, looking at the map, yeah, I mean Minnesota, I mean Illinois, I mean yeah, that's pretty. I mean, in terms of all, I don't know what the statistical odds are of Illinois ever going Republican. I want to say it's 1,000,000 to 1, but 958,000 to 1. I mean, the odds are not great. This went pretty well. Got 458,600 views and 8.3 thousand likes. One of the first comments comes from Philip Anderson saying, quote, "White people don't vote for the Democrat Party that wants to wipe you off the face of the earth. Come on now." And he has 195 likes. Libercat Media TM says, well, if it isn't the old truth hitting them in the face, we don't hate them enough. And it's a picture that says the media is enemy of the people, getting 35 likes. That being said, I was a little annoyed. They rarely do this, but again, when they're reporting this, they should start off by saying, and here are the variables, here are the limitations of this poll that we're talking about. Yeah, was this 1,000 people polled? Was it 20,000 people polled? Depending on their age, their gender, their demographics, everyone votes differently on average. So we don't know the details of the specific sample size. So again, there's no such thing as a perfect poll, but some are more perfect than others, you might argue. The White Rabbit says all their lawfare is backfiring down here in Florida. We're a fishing term for what Trump is doing is called giving them the line. And his picture of Trump and says he doesn't silence his opponents. He shoves them into the spotlight and lets them destroy themselves. Unquote, getting 65 likes. Valley Picture says Trump 2024, turn it red. And it's a picture of the United States where every state votes red, getting 85 likes, which I don't know what the Las Vegas odds are on that, but I venture to say 9,458,775,403 to 1. I mean, California, they've lost a lot of people moving away from that state. And gas is always $7 a gallon, but I think people in California keep voting for they get what they vote for. I don't see them changing anytime soon. Especially Chicago. Chicago has been Democrat for almost 100 years, especially from like you look at local in Chicago. And again, they get what they vote for. It's a great place to live. Yeah, that's a joke because yeah, it's a terrible place to live, and no business wants to relocate there. And everyone that can is moving. They got 85 likes. Going down more and more, you have Red Wave Press saying, quote, Biden and the Democrats will do everything within their power to win November. That includes cheating. Biden cannot beat in a fair fight. Follow if you agree. My lack of ability to speak and grammar issues aside, they got 58 likes. Old School Eddie says they cannot hide the truth forever. They will replace Biden at the convention. Wait and see, getting 16 likes, which, yeah, probably. If I were a gambling man, I'd say probably. He's not polling great. He's really not popular. There are a lot of people who are Democrats who will vote for whatever's on the Democrat ballot, just like Republicans do. But yeah, there's a lot of. It's not a 0% chance that they're just going to roll out someone like Gavin Newsom, who's a lot more charismatic, a lot more energetic, and polls a lot better. Even though he destroyed his own state, people there keep voting for him. Again, since California passed that $20 minimum wage for fast food workers, there's been 10,000 jobs lost, and yet, I mean, people voted for the people who passed those laws. Bernard Wachara says very concerning. It says you can fake votes Biden rally, you cannot fake support. And it's a picture of a Biden rally during the pandemic where everyone had a little 6 feet circle around them, so there's very few people. Then you have the Trump rally where last week you had 100,000 people show at a rally in New Jersey, and it got 29 likes. Scrolling down more and more. Bro Coin Nation says, hold on America, he's coming home. And it's a picture, or it's a little video of Trump coming to the White House, getting 16 likes. Matt Roman says, I'm not going to get my hopes up. Last minute mail-in ballots and unexpected results are bound to happen. Voter ID isn't even required. Lots of shenanigans in U.S. elections, getting 17 likes, which, yeah, there are some areas that don't have the requirement, fascinatingly enough. Lee Johnson says these trials were the political witch hunt and a huge mistake. Literally spelled Y-U-G-E, getting 24 likes. Junita Broderick says happening in all states, getting 85 likes, which, again, I'm not seeing, it's not in California, not in Illinois, not in Minnesota. I mean, there are some states that have been locked in. I don't see them changing anytime soon. Jose Gallion says most likely in the 100,000. Still a video of the Trump rally getting 34 likes. Memphis says too big to rig, getting 2 likes. Let's see here. The silent majority says is a picture of Back to the Future, but it's Photoshop say Back to the Basement, and it's Biden dressed up as Marty McFly. Says back in cinemas October 1st. Okay, 2 likes, which again, I mean, Biden won last time just by campaigning from the basement. I mean, politically speaking, great move on the chessboard. He really didn't have to do much. There are a lot of people who don't like Trump, who I think that also fueled them to vote for him as well as people to just stay at home for voting in many cases. And that particular post got 2 likes. Looks like overwhelming consensus in the comments section. Yeah, be interesting to see. Again, the election is is a long way away, and things change rapidly in politics. There are a lot of variables that you don't know about. So at the end of the day, I mean, we remember in 2020 we were told there's gonna be a big red wave. It's gonna be huge, a big red wave, gonna be huge in the midterms, and yet we failed miserably. Which it might have been the worst Trump impression of the year, granted, but at least the attempt was made, and hopefully maybe it was so bad it made you smile a little bit. But there's supposed to be that big red wave and midterms, and yet it's more of a drizzle. Partially, I think, because Republicans picked such bad candidates like Dr. Mehmet Oz, who's been a Democrat policy his whole life, and Republicans thought, oh yeah, this would be a good idea, let's prop him up so he could run over there. That failed. So again, I was there to say, when it comes to Republicans, it seems like they have a very consistent track record of just falling flat on their face. I don't think it's good. I mean, there are a lot of things I appreciate their perspectives, a lot of things they do that I vote for, a lot of things I don't. But like, again, let me know, do you think there will really be a big red wave when it comes to the election? Do you think some of the states will actually flip? And then what do you see locally in your area? Do you see a lot of Trump support? Do you see a lot of Biden flags and Biden hats? As always, I'd be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way you can give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.